Previously on My Kitchen Rules, millennials KB and Nadia brought pleasing flavors to the table.
I'm really happy with this sauce. Flavor, flavor, flavor.
Although not everyone was happy.
Most of my steak was very, very underdone.
I'm disappointed.
This is what we're getting after all that time we waited?
When all was said and done, KB and Nadia scored 60, guaranteeing them a place in the next round.
Only one more team to cook.
It's now time for Isak and Vessel's instant restaurant, with Lebo and Lesejo still at the bottom of the leaderboard.
This is the night. Tonight, I'm bringing it home. 'Cause this is the night. Tonight, I'm bringing it home. This is the night. I'll make it on my own. This is the night. I'll make it on my own.
Isak and Vessel are last to cook in this season. They take a moment to prepare mentally for their big day.
Okay, Vess, shall I make us a smoothie? You ready?
Yeah, please. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling weirdly calm today.
I thought it was going to be quite anxious, but funny enough, I feel like quite calm, and I think we've got it under control.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good luck.
It's a good day, hopefully.
Isak has got his lists with him, and we know exactly what to do when.
I'll do a last check on the list.
I'm ready to go away in the kitchen, and I think we can have fun.
Yeah, we're going to bring it. My name is Isak. I'm from Vredehuk, Cape Town. Currently, I'm in a relationship.
And I'm Vessel. I'm from Newlands, Cape Town. I'm very much single, so hopefully this can also be used as a dating platform.
We are food entrepreneurs. I consult in the food and wine industry.
And I've got a food startup in Cape Town. Isak and I met about 15 years ago at Stellenbosch University. Isak was working at a wine farm, and we kind of discovered food at the same time, and then had a lot of great food experiences after that.
Both of us spend a lot of time outdoors. I'm always trying to discover new things by foraging from the ocean, from the coastline, and taking ingredients that people don't often cook with and creating a space for them to shine. You tend to gravitate more to desserts.
Yeah. But then yet being a food scientist, I've got a bit of technical background in ingredients. My heritage is classic Afrikaans, as with Isak's. Growing up, we had these hearty stews and big meals on the table, and kind of sharing foods, and that's kind of where my passion also lies. I love bringing people together with food.
Cheers. Both of us are super competitive.
We both actually want to win, and if we lose, we'll be quite upset.
Pretty nervous.
Yeah, I think today's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a long day.
Looks like we're arriving. Let's do this.
Do this first. Where shall we start? I mean, it's broken down into pantry, fresh dairy, and produce. So
this is a new store for us. We haven't been there. So I'm wondering, we've got our list. It's all by sections. Will we be able to find everything as easily as we think? Because we've got that limited time. Do you want to do meats first?
yeah, let's go to the butchery. Okay, so we need some lamb for the lamb croquettes for the starters. Lamb neck, jam chops.
So we need a kg and a half.
1.5 kgs.
For starters, we are serving Karoo lamb croquettes with a minted béarnaise.
Isak and Vessel.
Yeah, listen, they've spoken what seems to be a high game, and they've technically advanced. I wonder if they're going to actually be able to deliver.
Let's have a look. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Starter, Karoo lamb croquettes with minted béarnaise. Biggest challenge they have here is not to serve us a dry croquette.
They're going to keep it plain and simple and just crumb a delicious filling.
That's a challenge. Not easy.
So this is the venison fillet for our mains and star of the show.
It looks nice. We need about 3 kgs here. For mains this evening, we're having Sous Vide Venison fillet, Quentin sweet potato puree, mushrooms, and juniper oil.
Let's talk about the main course. So sous vide. Essentially, you are sealing something in a bag, submerging it into water, and cooking it at a very specific temperature.
I'm worried that they're just trying to sound fancy here. Meat, give me that caramelization on the meat, use the heat, and serve it to me straight away.
So it's white peaches. We'll just maybe like coat them in a bit of the sugar, and if need be, we can char them. For dessert, we're serving a Rooibos Creme with peach blossom mousse, coconut sponge, and peaches.
That Rooibos Creme, is it a creme caramel? Is it that sort of custardy texture?
For me, there's a hell of a lot going on in this place.
Yeah.
You know, I like it, but I think it's risky.
I think that's it.
Yes. Do you think that's everything?
More.
So finally, shopping done.
Let's get to it.
Okay, so for the table, where should we start?
Let's put one setting out and then, so take it from there. Everything's nicely gathered from various places. Ties in nicely to the theme, don't you think?
Yeah, this is like a great way of like adding a texture to the table. It's like old, like recycled braille paper.
The name of our instant restaurant is called Gather. So we've taken things that we've gathered from friends and family. Everything you see is kind of recycled or is reusable or is gathered by us. I think that's a good height. We just need to think of the arrangements that's coming up here. I think it's coming together nicely.
Perfect. Let's get it to the kitchen then.
Cool.
Okay. Is it
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and it's like the clock at begin. So I think we need to get your list out and start ticking things off.
Oven on. So I'm starting with the game stock for our mains. And this is also the way we would cook at home. Like we would use the scrap bones to go into a stock.
Yeah, I mean, we like to not waste anything, like any parts of an animal or anything from vegetables. We're trying to like use it all.
So I'm gonna prep some carrots, onions for your lamb, but also for the stock.
More. I'm just gonna brown the lamb for the starter, and then we're gonna put this in the pressure cooker to use it in the lamb croquettes.
So these need to go in for like 20 minutes.
So basically, why I'm setting the lamb, Isak, is just so it's kind of like seals in all that moisture.
Okay.
And also, in a pressure cooker, you don't always get that like caramelization, like the Maillard reaction.
It's a very fancy term. Did you learn that being a food scientist?
I did.
If I was the other team, I would have been intimidated by that. I also need a bit of red wine. In a glass. No, I'm joking. For the stock. Alrighty, so we're half an hour in, yes?
Prep. So I'm gonna add the meat into the pressure cooker for the starter.
So we've got some color on our game bones. We're adding the game bones to the stock mixture, just bringing it up to the boil, and then you need to help me get this into the pressure cooker.
Isak, so my Rooibos Creme, I'm gonna do in a bain-marie, the dessert. I'm just doing 1.5 liters of cream with like 20 tea bags, Rooibos tea bags. So you just like actually leave it to sit and infuse. Basie eiertjies.
That's smelling delicious.
Yeah, I mean, these vanilla pods.
Creme.
This is tedious.
Okay, Vessel, we're 1 hour in.
And quickly tell me, for the tuile, we use egg whites. So can I just separate and keep them somewhere in a cup?
Yes, please. Reducing our waste, you know?
It's very yellow. Yeah. I don't know what these chickens eat. Can I ask you to help me? Because I just need 2 hands for this big pot. And just pour that in, and I'll just mix it as before.
Alrighty, it feels very calm in here.
I don't know why it's so calm. I think I'm running behind.
Getting the Rooibos cremes into the oven, there's so many things happening kind of like all at once. We knew this part wasn't going to be easy.
Yes, okay.
Right, so that's done. So, Vess, I think next for you is the roux, right?
Yeah, for the
I
starter.
don't think we need to stress yet. We're still on time.
Yeah, it's like this roux is quite tricky because that's kind of like what binds the croquette together.
So you need to make the coconut sponge and I need to do the tuiles. Okay, so I'm gonna whip up for the tuiles 50 grams of egg white. I'm actually gonna add the tonka bean now.
Yeah.
They're like really potent and super expensive.
I think it's a couple of £1,000 per kg.
Just fishing for tonka beans in the egg white.
Speaking of how expensive they are. Okay, Isak.
What's that?
That's the cremes that we just need to check on.
Oh, they look beautiful. We've done it.
I think it's actually the most perfect Rooibos creme we've done.
We nailed it.
So I just really need to get the batter for the coconut sponge for the dessert into the oven before the guests arrive.
So Isak, now just quickly gonna prep a cake tin. Isak, is it controversial? Can I spray and cook the...
Spray your cook.
Yeah. I'm just adding the coconut, which is gonna go into the coconut cook. Staan terug of jy brand jou koek.
Well, so that's welcome drinks done.
Welcome drinks done, well done. Isak, so do you think you can get changed in 3 minutes? Because that's got 3 minutes and I think we need to go change before the guests arrive. So should we go do it? Everything looks under control.
Yeah, cool. Let's head
Okay,
out.
lekker. What?
Great.
Okay, last few...
You're looking dapper.
Yeah. But let's get to work, please, because I think I've got a few things to do. Isak, so for the main, we're doing Sous Vide Venison, which today we're doing Karoo. You love a sous vide. Why do you love cooking with it so much?
I think I like sous vide because you can really control the temperature, and it's just a beautiful way to retain that juiciness of the meat, and all of the flavors are kind of like locked in.
Let's see if this works. Boy.
I think the boys are going to do the most today.
Oh, yes, at our last instant restaurant.
Will we survive another day?
Oh, will we go home?
Zing, 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 zing.
Yeah, 4 instant restaurants still on top. And it's the last one.
I think it could shift tonight.
Our biggest competition is going to show their faces tonight.
Guys, are we ready for our last instant restaurant?
Yes!
Oh, my word. Well, here we go. Okay,
Come on, Isak.
let's head out.
Let's not keep them waiting.
Come.
Oh, you're welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome. Nice to see you.
I'm not seeing any signs of stress. Yeah, I think they've got everything under control in the kitchen.
I like this. This instant restaurant is absolutely beautiful.
I love this sign. So beautiful. Absolutely. It just looks sophisticated. I can see the Italian theme.
Welcome to our instant restaurant gather.
There's some welcome drinks for you at the bar.
And yeah, we're sad not to be seated with you guys tonight, but we'll have to head back into the kitchen.
Anyhow, okay, go. Enjoy,
Nice
guys.
brush.
Nice brush. Bye.
Bye.
Jeff, should we grab drinks for everybody?
Sure, that was cool.
It was. They seem excited. I need some wine after that intro now.
Me too.
Cheers to Isak and Vessel, nah?
No. Legaan.
Y'all need to make sure that someone in this room takes them all back home, okay?
Yeah.
Gotta represent.
Fine, I'll do it.
Why are you giving up already?
No.
Yeah, okay, don't.
No. Listen, you never know what
You
could
never
happen.
know.
It's not over until the fat lady sings.
So we need to get cracking on the starters. I'm actually just gonna take this meat out
Yeah.
and shred it and then mix it with the roux.
Oh, we are actually bringing a bit of Italy to the table.
Parmesan.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a stretch. It's like the last thing we want to do is have a piece of bone.
Yeah.
The croquettes, I'm like just being very...
This crowd would not forgive us.
No.
So I'm just gonna prepare all of the crumbing ingredients we need. So those croquettes that you're making, we're gonna put them in flour, then egg, then into the panko crumb. It's very calm in the kitchen. Sukie vanki.
Alsjeblieft.
Okay. Lisa. Cheers.
Cheers.
Geniet. Things could get rowdy.
The judges better not come now. I just felt got my groove.
I like your shirt, champion. I love your shirt.
I thought so too.
And the pants, huh?
What? But the shoes.
The highlights. Man.
You know it's so go till I say so.
I was born for this. Unreal, our last instant restaurant, bud.
I actually can't believe it.
Crazy. And you know what that means, right?
Yep, one of our teams will be going tonight.
Crazy to think that the next time we meet here will be for the challenge phase of the competition.
Closer and closer to the winner.
No, let's do this.
So go till I say so.
Oh my word. Let's go.
Jen,
how's it going?
Welcome. Nice to see you.
Hey, Vessel.
Come on inside.
off to you, please.
Thank
you.
much.
Hello, everybody. How's it? Here we are, our last instant restaurant.
I have good news for everybody. Nespresso are giving you all your very own Virtuo Next coffee machine.
You get it an espresso. You get it an espresso. You get it. Everybody get it an espresso.
So you'll see that on our menu tonight. It's kind of like things we brought from like memories as children or travels or something and flavors we've experienced that we want to share with you.
But if you're expecting Italia, we're not taking you there tonight.
I'm actually hoping for some fish, maybe.
Tell us about the starter.
So for starters this evening, you've got a Karoo lamb croquette with minted béarnaise.
For main course, we're doing a Sous Vide Venison fillet with a quince and sweet potato puree, mushrooms and juniper oil.
Quince? Why it's about Quince wena?
Like it's about Quincy Jones. It's about Quincy Jones, like to be Queens. That's the only Quince I know.
For dessert this evening, you've got a Rooibos creme, a peach blossom mousse, coconut sponge and peaches.
Great. We look forward to it. And good luck for the evening.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Good
See
luck,
you later.
guys. Good luck.
Cheers, cheers. Only fit that we also have some wine in the kitchen so the guests aren't drinking alone.
Boy. So this looks beautiful, Vessel, the stock.
What can I do for you for that stock?
I need some shallots finely chopped and some garlic finely chopped, red wine.
I'm just gonna measure out red wine so long so you have everything ready for you.
We can start straining the stock, I guess, if you can, please.
Okay. I feel like we're on track and now we might be falling a little behind, just with like the little final touches. Isak, what else can I help you with?
I just want to get this bloody jus in somewhere. I'm adding the stock to the wine now for the jus. Get the roasted garlic out of here. This, I'm just popping the soft roasted garlic out of here and then into the jus.
So let's talk about that Karoo lamb croquettes and the minted béarnaise.
I'm expecting a gastronomic explosion in my mouth this evening.
Gastronomic explosion. And that pops out. I think even the judges raised an eyebrow. Like, where did that come from?
This is going to be the first time I have a béarnaise. I'm used to a hollandaise. So I'm looking forward to see how it actually all translates together.
Jeff?
David, I'm glad you asked me. I'm an expert on making croquettes. No, I'm joking. I had no clue. I have a basic understanding of what they are. I've never eaten one. From my understanding is it's potato crumbed and fried.
I'm just now going to start frying the croquettes and then we can actually just put them into the oven to keep warm. What can I help you with?
So we just need to do the minted béarnaise. So
perfect.
Yeah, we kind of need all hands on deck when it comes to the béarnaise. I'm just whisking the egg yolks with the vinegar, right?
If we get this wrong, we're going to fall behind. So everything else is under control. The batter must be like boiling.
Alles onder beheer?
Yeah.
Lach 'n bietjie.
It's looking lovely and creamy. Okay, so the croquettes are done, Isak. So I'm going to pop all of them into the oven.
Mooi. Bring them in.
And how much do you think?
I mean, it says minted béarnaise. So this crowd is going to expect mint.
Yeah, we told them minted béarnaise on the menu, so that's what we wouldn't give them.
It's not enough mint. I would add more. More. Probably we're fine now.
I think it does need more. I'm not getting like strong mint.
Bring.
Let's add a little touch more, and I think then it's fine.
So, curious to know what everybody's opinion is around foraging.
I love a foraging moment when I can go to Woolworths and pick up what I need.
There's a specific neighbor who actually had some of the best lemons. Yeah, and we'd literally pick the lemons from that specific tree, and all we'd do is we'd run back and they knew it was us.
How is this thieving from Lebo and Lesego, but they claim it's gathering? This is hilarious.
So I don't know if that counts as foraging.
Definitely a form of foraging.
Plating-wise,
So you like 2 tablespoons at the bottom, 3 croquettes, garnish.
so do you want me to do the béarnaise? You do the croquettes?
And then at the end, I think we should just put a little grind of salt and pepper on. Fleur de sel, cellini.
Net gou, laat ek net seker maak as genoeg béarnaise. I'm coming with the mint and then the parmesan crisp. 1 on each, if there is. These are looking much more beautiful than I imagined.
Okay.
Sure, that looks stunning.
Well
Nice.
done. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Starters are served.
Thank you.
Isak and Vessel, tell us about the starter.
We love its classic South African, like Karoo lamb flavor, but then we've also been in Spain together, so it's like bringing that like international element in.
Shall we?
Whose idea was it to put the Parmesan wafer on the plate?
I think that was like a natural kind of both of us.
Yeah, I think we wanted something like visual, just like, yeah, put it on top, something to make it more dramatic.
Not necessary. And there's enough crunch within that croquette. The minted béarnaise, lovely flavor, great acidity. You can taste the mint, is exactly what it should be. Was it a good dish? Yes, it was.
From a flavor perspective, I think it was spot on. I think the flavor and the ratio of the inside the croquette was absolutely delicious. Well, thank you very much and all the best for the next course.
Thanks so much. See you later.
Guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
How was that?
What do you think?
I think it went well.
I'm just, yeah, very relieved they didn't hate it. Yeah.
Smakelijke ete almal.
Oeh, baie dankie, meneer.
Absolutely delicious.
All right, everyone, let's talk about that experience.
This was such a great starter. The only thing I can fault them on is, are there any leftovers?
The croquette balls could have had, in my opinion, a little bit more salt in them, in the lamb. Might have highlighted the lamb a little bit more.
It was delicious. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from food scientists and whatever. Shall we give them the $1 million now?
I don't want to cook again. Don't just hand out money that's not yours yet either. Don't do that.
We need to take the meat out before we put it in the sous vide bath.
I'm just going to strain this. It's quite juniperish. Like it does say juniper oil on the menu, so you do want them to really like get it if they get pops of juniper.
I think I'm going to strain the jus, and then that's more or less done. Oh, will you get the venison in the sous vide for us?
So 30 mins, yeah?
All right, everybody, what are you expecting in all these elements on a plate?
You wouldn't want it to taste too gamey game, you know? It's like wild, you know? Not the wild I like all the time, but so I hope that everything's balanced.
How do you think they like their meat at the table? The other day, there was like a lot of talk about like stuff being too rare.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's difficult kind of like pleasing everybody.
Let's hope they embrace the gaminess.
Let's hope. You can start pureeing these quinces first. What do you think the judges' feedback might be on the mains?
I think it might be a mixed review, but I mean, it's something we would serve. It's something that like evokes memories for us.
It's not a lelijke oranje.
Looks a little bit like baby food. So I think we must add some sweet potato to the quince until we get the right flavor. I think add salt, and I think you need to add more quince. Let's see what it does.
Very sweet. I'm just like on the fence with that.
When I turned 50, we went to East Africa to see the Great Migration.
Oh, wow.
And we were there for an hour or two, and we could see the herds milling and milling and milling and dust.
Stella can tell a story.
And the first animals began to cross.
I need her to read me a book. Like a bedtime story every single night.
They get across through the crocodiles. But then they go back because they heard a family member calling them from the other side. Oh, no, don't do that.
Can we take her with us?
Can we pack her in our bags? I'm sure she'd want to come.
Morale check, Vessel?
Morale check.
Yeah.
Morale's
How are you
fine.
feeling?
Morale's fine.
We do a little morale check.
Our little way of coping in the kitchen if we don't know what the other person is feeling.
Oh, we're only doing this once, so
I know.
make it count.
I think the sweet potato and quince puree is going to go beautifully with like the sweetness of the onions and like this venison, like the gaminess of it. The gamey game. Do you think that's been said at the table?
Most likely.
I hope those that don't like game actually kind of embrace it.
Those look good. Okay. Venison going endless. Just 2 minutes on a side.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Done.
Isak, do you want to start slicing the fillet?
Okay, so
Okay, Isak, so we're going to do smear. So do just hoist like these. I think they're so thin. That's perfect.
These will be the upright ones, and then I'll do a bigger piece there. Do you think the portion's big enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, juniper oil. Do you want to go with the juniper oil quickly?
Yeah, where are we putting on the meat?
Yeah, 2 drops as you think best. I trust you. And then our jus.
Sal dit vir uitpak? Do you want to add a crack of salt over the plate?
Okay, so those are the judges' plates.
Go.
Okay, let's go.
Perfect.
Mooi.
Mooi.
And mains are served.
Two little portions of meat and a smidgen of sweet potato puree isn't going to cut it. Nope. We need more.
Isak and Vessel, tell us about your main course.
The main dish, my father, he loved like slow roasted quinces, especially with game. So it's very sentimental to us.
Right, shall we? Thank you.
I have to commend you on your main course thinking. So almost very classic in a way as well as South African, which is great. It didn't carry through on the plate. Sous vide is great and it was perfectly cooked, so you couldn't argue that. But you wanted that caramelization to bring the character of the meat out.
From a flavor perspective, I really felt like every single element on the plate was lacking. I couldn't find the presence of the quince to say, ah, that makes sense, I get it. I struggle to pick up the presence that I believe these items could and should deliver.
Gentlemen, thank you. Looking forward to this dessert. Looks complicated. I hope you guys have got it under control. Good luck.
Thanks.
Perfect. Thanks so much,
for the
guys.
feedback.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right. So, that's a little deflating.
Yeah, not what I expected.
It's gone horribly wrong for us on this dish.
All right, everybody, bon appetit. Enjoy.
Thank you.
It's good.
And I can taste the red wine in here. But there's no salt.
Main course, Sous Vide Venison fillet. Where are we at?
The starter was outstanding, but this was not the best main that I've had so far.
For me, it was like separate things on the plate. They didn't come together.
I didn't pick up a gin flavor or the juniper oil. I was kind of looking for it.
This, I'm not sure about. The jury's out on the gravy. For me, the main is a little slip down.
Anticlimax.
A little bit of an anticlimax.
Should we try another bite for ourselves?
Yeah.
I'm starving, actually.
It seems we might have overcated a little bit on the meat, but yeah, we'll turn the leftover meat into a nice venison pie.
Cool.
Boy.
Cracking.
Rooibos creme, peach blossom mousse, coconut sponge, peaches.
I'm interested to see how they put the rooibos in the creme and also the peach blossom mousse.
Kebi?
To me, it sounds fancy, but sometimes things sound fancy and then they don't taste that great. You know what I mean?
It almost sounds like 3 different desserts.
I'm envisaging this thing like a layered dessert.
How's the morale now?
The morale was definitely high before we got the critique. The dessert is the thing that can pull you through. It's like the make or break dish. So Isak, basically I'm going to whip the cream with the ice and sugar until it forms like soft peaks.
Vessel's tips.
Yeah, well, Isak, I hope this gelatine is enough to stabilize everything.
Okay, so I'm making the tonka bean twirls here. Are you happy with the garnish here?
Maybe you could do a combo in the plates for everyone. This is the peach essence we're going to add.
Okay, cool.
It gives it like a nice...
Smells really good.
So now just going to add a drop and then we just need to see it because this is very strong.
I don't know, you're the scientist.
We need to be very careful with that because we're going to add a few drops and it mustn't be overpowering on the plate, but it must pack a punch.
You definitely want to taste the peach blossom.
Yeah, you don't want them to like be left guessing where the peach blossom mousse is. Taste this.
I would just toss them in icing sugar and then we maybe char them a bit. And then
But are we then
do
doing
the
fresh? And
nectarines
I think we should do fresh. Okay, so I want to get this into the squeegee bottle now.
So there's this thing that obviously, like, I don't know if it's maybe a black thing, but at a wedding or a funeral, they will have the scones and the cakes out for everybody. The best ones get taken and hidden in a room.
I mean, our family does it all the time.
And there's a key that stays in someone's bra. No one is entering that room. So it's for the VIPs and the family, the family.
VIPs. There's VIPs in the family?
Yeah, there's VIPs in the family. Yeah.
Oh, wow. We have been to many a black funeral in our lives. Why were we not informed about this?
I don't want to say I love going to funerals for that, but like sometimes I would love going to weddings and funerals and you know you're going to get a whole plastic bag full of scones.
Goodies.
Yeah.
Like a goodie bag.
Yeah,
Party pack. Sorry,
Funeral,
not a party.
yeah. Party
Funeral.
pack.
It's a funeral, sorry.
Party pack.
Definitely more peach.
So should we char these and then put like little dollops of that with the cream? Yeah. Sure, this dessert is now stressing me out because I feel like everything now weighs on it.
Okay, shall I take the bowls out?
Yeah. Okay, so that peach is out, finally done.
It's really moist, this cake.
Little song.
Dailiki.
Isak and Vessel.
We're quite far from the million right now.
We can still do met the million, but I don't know if I'm getting it.
Isak kon doen met the million. That is like... I don't know if they're going to appreciate the petals if we keep them waiting too long.
Yeah.
And we plate.
And we plate.
And we plate. And we petal. And we nog een petal.
Yeah.
We thought we had enough time, but then...
Yeah, I'm not plating this again.
Whose idea was this? Well, I'm happy. I'm happy about this.
End of a 3-course.
It looks incredibly beautiful.
Let's go give them some pudding.
All right.
Dessert is served.
Thank you. The dessert is definitely a competition dish. Love the way it's plated.
Isak and Vessel, tell us about the dessert.
So again, we kind of like played on this nostalgia factor. Like in my mind, I've got this memory of going to my grand's house and you dipped like a tennis biscuit into the Rooibos tea. So it's like that memory, like on the play of flavors.
Shall we? Isak and Vessel. This was spectacular. I loved every single item on here, and I felt like it was a very clever South African dessert. The Rooibos was so present.
Yeah, it was quite something. Quite something. I mean, this wouldn't be a miss in any restaurant, I can tell you that much. Especially in South Africa. The balance of this dish is, I think, what did it for me.
If you go, head on back to the kitchen, have a cup of coffee or a dessert or a cup of
Rooibos tea.
Well done, guys.
Bon appetit, everyone.
Coconut sponge. It's a bit dry for me. It's the battle of the dry cakes. Peach blossom mousse. It's nice.
It was a mixed emotions with this dessert. I fortunately think the curse of the dried cake has continued slightly. I couldn't pick up a lot of Rooibos, but maybe that's a good thing for people that don't like it.
Everything together worked well, and I love the tonka bean crisp that they've got there.
I thought there was too much of the Rooibos creme. Maybe it's just my taste buds, but I couldn't really pick up the Rooibos flavor in it.
Texturally, it was coconut cake, but flavor-wise, I couldn't taste coconut in there. I think it would have been a wonderful dessert without the cake.
I honestly think if the teams around this table are not threatened by Isak and Vessel, they're not taking this competition seriously.
The guest teams must now score Isak and Vessel's instant restaurant. The result will determine which team is eliminated tonight.
I'm really hoping for like a 65, which will put us at the top of the leaderboard.
It's time to learn our fate. An elimination is looming.
The time has now come for us to reveal our scores.
Isak and Vessel, for starters, you gave us Karoo lamb croquettes with minted béarnaise. The starter was simplicity and flavor. Crisp as it should be, hot as it should be, with a mint béarnaise that added the bite that was needed. The score I'm giving you for your starter is an 8.
There are croquettes, and then there are your croquettes. Wow. That packed a flavor. The score I'm giving you for your starter is a 9.
Things are looking a bit bleak for Lebo and Lesego at this stage.
Isak and Vessel, for your main course, you gave us Sous Vide Venison fillet quince and sweet potato puree. I really thought this dish was well thought out. It unfortunately wasn't well executed. The score I'm giving you for your main course is a 6.
This dish can work. All you need to do is ensure that each item on the plate has the presence it needs to be felt. I'm giving your main course a 6.
For your dessert, you served us Rooibos Creme, peach blossom mousse, coconut sponge, and peaches. Delicate flavors, delicate textures that all work together. A remarkable dish for a home cook.
Thanks.
I'm giving your dessert a 9.
This dessert was a symphony of flavors. It was authentic, it was deep in flavor, and super innovative. The score I'm giving you for your dessert is a 10.
Did not expect that. Yeah,
That's amazing. Well done.
took us an hour to play.
So Isak and Vessel, that gives you a score of 48 from Jay and myself.
And the guest teams have scored your combined score of 27. So that gives you a grand total of 75. Well done.
Cum laude.
Well done.
And so, Lebo and Lesego, your time on My Kitchen Rules has come to an end.
It's been amazing, and we wish you all the best.
I'm going to miss the Slay Sisters' energy, their smiles. They're just so much fun to be around. I'm gonna miss them lots.
We wish you all the best. Thank you for slaying us with all your looks and for bringing your energy to the table. We will miss you.
Thank you. We'll miss you guys too.
Woo!
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Love you, miss you.
It is bittersweet because it's been an amazing experience.
For the rest of you, we'll see you at the challenge phase. You're going to be joined by the 4 remaining teams of the previous group.
Right here at the Cradle Boutique Hotel and Nature Reserve.
And you're really going to have to up your game. There's some serious competition waiting for you around the corner.
I don't know how ready we can be to take on the next round of the challenges, but we did it this time, and we're gonna do it again.
It's challenge time in the next episode of My Kitchen Rules. The 8 remaining teams come together to face a new and exciting cooking environment and task that will push their cooking skills to the limit.
We have a new challenge for you.
I thought I needed coffee in the morning. Look at us now.
We are heading for some serious cooking happening here today.
And bring some of them just a little closer
I'm feeling a little bit stressed right now.
to 1 million rand.
The coffee didn't really come through.
My Kitchen Rules South Africa.
Okay. Okay, cool.
It's supposed to be much crispier.
Come for the food,
Is it enough to win 1 million rand?
stay for the drama.